Yes, there is a gentleman there in a maroon shirt and a nice tie. You can say something. And then the lady, you are not a lady, wewe muti ya kofia, wewe si there is a lady there, yes. Stand up, lady there. You can stand up, madam, yeah. Haya, uliza maswali, boss.
Mr. President, I'm honored to be in your presence. I am, my name is Tom Mongosi. I am from New York. But I am a very, how can I say, I'm a diaspora farmer. In that, I mean, I do a lot of acreages in Narok for wheat. But I know, I'm not too sure, but I know it came to your attention that this planting season, I lost over 250,000 on fake fertilizer, which was sold to us by the National Cereal and Produce Board. So from your office and from the ministry that is standing in for agriculture, as farmers, we are suffering on this end of getting things that really, I'm not sure if the government knows or the government has party to it or what it is that you need to tell us as farmers, because I'm trying to fight for my refund of all the almost 100 bags I got for fake fertilizer.
I will answer you right away. Number one, we asked every farmer who bought fertilizer that was finally identified not to be good to register, and 7,000 farmers registered. And already we have started compensation of every farmer. You will get equivalent fertilizer without having to pay. Every farmer. That is number one. That is number one. And number two, we have taken the managing director of Cereals Board and all his team. They are now waiting for prosecution. We have already sent them out of office, and we are going to deal with them firmly and conclusively. Are we together? So we will not only refund you, we will not only give you, replace your fertilizer, but we are also going to deal with the crooks. Yes, let me, the lady.
I want to tell you, thank you so much for coming to Atlanta, Georgia. We are very excited to have you here. To introduce myself, my name is Jonelle Carol Menifee. It's my mother and partner, Carol Menifee. And we represent Solar Time USA. And we have a company in Kenya called Nice Solar Time Kenya. And our focus is mainly solar.
Excuse me, madam. Your English is a bit... Can you try Kiswahili? Maybe. ama kidogo upunguze the twang imenipita kidogo. I'm sorry.
Very interested in rural development when it relates to farmers, when it relates to underdeveloped communities. Is that slow enough? Just want to understand your administration's program for last mile connectivity and making sure that as Kenya develops, it doesn't leave the rural community behind.
Are you talking about electricity?
That too.
What was? What? Okay. Sorry, I had to get some translation. I now know what you want. It is true. It is true that we have a program on electricity and the last mile connectivity. And it's a program that we have worked on for the last 10 years. And in fact, in 2013, the number of households that were connected to electricity were 2.3 million. Today, we have 10 million households connected to electricity. And this year, in our budget this year, we have 12 billion shillings that is going to go towards that program of last mile connectivity. I agree with you that it's a very important program, and it gives us an opportunity to connect more homes, especially now that we are moving into a digital space. We are digitizing government services, and therefore it is necessary for citizens to have means of charging gadgets that they can use to access government services. So we have a plan, as I have told you, that's already funded in our budget. So, and forgive me if I didn't understand hapo Kiingereza yako ndio imenichanganya kidogo, lakini ni sawa. There is another lady there. Let me listen to the lady in blue and a nice hairstyle.
Good evening. Thank you very much, Mr. President, and Her Excellency, the First Lady. All protocols are observed. My name is Mbula Musau. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm very happy to be here in Atlanta with the coffee delegation. I work in coffee. And I was very happy to hear you talk about the reduction of imports of certain products that Kenya imports. And I'm here just to, I know that you're doing a lot of work on coffee reforms in Kenya, and we truly appreciate you. We are supportive of the power that's going back to farmers and to growers so that they can earn more from what God has endowed us in coffee. Now, my question is, would there be additional ways of getting Kenya to reduce on the imports of the low-quality coffees? Kenya has been a dumping ground of low-quality coffees from around the world, which sometimes stifles our internal market, making us unable to counter or negotiate because all the prices are basically pushed on us. Is there any way to help us be able to improve our local market, even as we look at AfCFTA? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Three things that we are doing. Number one, in the next cabinet meeting that I'm going to have, we will be approving a write-off of 6 billion Kenya shillings for coffee farmers so that we can reduce debts on coffee farming. Number two, if you look at our budget this year, Kimani Ichung'wah, who is here with me, will tell you we have another 2 billion shillings that we have put for cherry fund to support farmers where they can have an intervention as they wait for auctions that will give them the correct price, because our intention is to push the money that is available to farmers beyond 100 shillings per kilo. So that is the next assignment that we are working on. Number three is that we are going to be working on incentives to make sure that our coffee, our premium coffee, is marketed appropriately, efficiently, globally, because we have some of the best coffee anywhere in the world. So those are the three things we are doing in the coffee space. Thank you very much, Mbula. We have a gentleman in a bishop. We have a bishop there. Please, 1 minute, Bishop.
Yes, Your Excellency, thank you very much. A year ago, I wrote a book about you, and my efforts to present this book to you have been fruitless. Okay. Kindly allow me to present it to you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
It is a profile in humility, hard work, and resilience. Mr. President, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, my brother.
God bless
Thank you very much, Bishop. Okay, let me take from that desk there, maybe. Yes, but the lady. The lady. We exchange men and women like that. We must be gender sensitive. Okay, there is a lady there. She will be the last one. Yes.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much. We see your work. We see you traveling, and I'm so proud of you. My name is Irene Masai. I'm from Eldoret. I just want to touch on two things. I feel there has been a higher rate of women that have been killed. We see it on social media. Is there something that you are putting forward to kind of prevent like gender-based violence? And also about if you see less women have resources on their name, is there an office that can help that more than men? And another thing is disability. My friend wanted to ask that. I can give him.
Okay, you have no authority to hand over the microphone to somebody. Let me answer Madam Masai there. Yes, there has been at some point an upsurge of femicide in Kenya, and we took steps as government to make sure that facilities, especially Airbnb facilities that were the main epicenter of that exercise, we've put in new regulations to demand that such facilities must have a record of who frequents, who uses those facilities, so that we can, and we've also insisted that there must be CCTV cameras to make sure that it is clear and known who is using what facilities. Ever since we took the steps as government to secure those places, and also we have sensitized citizens to make sure that they don't deal with people who they don't know who they are. We have since seen a reduction of those incidences, and we are trying to see how we can profile women better. In fact, last week on Friday, Wednesday. Last week on Wednesday, I presided over a pass-out parade of our military. And we had, for the first time, the highest ever women who graduated as military officers, 1,020 women. We also want to populate the security space with women so that they can genderize security and make sure that we facilitate more women to play a role in that space. And finally, I have a gender advisor in my office at the level of at the level actually of minister in my office, and we are working together to see how we can influence policy, we can change programs to make sure that they are gender sensitive, because it is in any case a requirement of our constitution. Thank you very much. Okay. I don't want to be... this gentleman has put up his hand from the beginning. Give him a mic. This good gentleman. Yes. And please, just one question.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I'm a diasporan who has been here for 4.5 years, straight from Kenya, having gone through the education system in Kenya. I'm proud owner of an edtech company employing over 10 people in Kenya, who has graduated over 70 Kenyan students, thanks to the support of the ambassador office and the educational attaché and everyone. Now, my question is, I'm doing coding for kids, and I'm proposing that, if possible, AI be part of the system. But again, I have an investor who decided to donate computers to take to the county. And so the problem is, I'm told that even at the extent of trying to support my people back home, I have to pay taxes for the computers that have been donated to us. So the question is, I know you talk about paying taxes, right? Do you have to pay for the donations that are going to support our people so that somebody in the village somewhere, Karachunyo, where I come from, can also have opportunity to be standing and talking to us like I do? Thank you.
Okay. Now, I know that we run into trouble with donations all the time, and even for hospitals and even for other facilities. The trouble is, when we change the law, actually not the law, when we change the constitution, it removes any power. Originally, the Minister for Finance had power to waive taxes for certain categories. Unfortunately, when that power was abused, when we made the new 2010 constitution, that power was actually removed from anybody. Is that correct, Mr. Ichung'wa? Yes. Can you help me answer that question? Give him a mic so that he can tell you, because this gentleman is not only the leader of majority, he was our chairman of the budget committee. Mr. Ichung'wa?
Thank you, Excellency. It's indeed true that the Constitution does not allow the minister now the latitude to amend any tax laws. That can only be done by the institution of Parliament through the famous finance bill. So if there was any exemption that would be given, it would only come through the legislation, through an institution, not an individual.
So that's the trouble we have for now. Well, maybe it was an overkill by the makers of the Constitution of Kenya, but they wanted to protect abuse of those powers that were being used to favor individuals from friends and things like those. So that is the trouble we have with that. But that should not discourage you from doing what you have to do, and we will see maybe PS Tanui and your team. You may want to see what can we do to facilitate people who want to assist us. The other problem that we also have is we have a big challenge also of e-waste. So we will have a problem if we bring computers that after a year or so will be obsolete, and then it becomes our problem to dispose them. So hapo iko kuchanganyikiwa kidogo, so we will know how to deal with it. Sasa nyinyi kwani tutalala hapa ama tutafanya namna gani? Tulale hapa? So who will huyu mrembo amesimama hapa na kofia. Amesimama for long. And then who else is going? Let me take two. The gentleman behind there and that other gentleman behind there, finito. Yes, madam. Okay. Iko watu bahali yake ya bandera pande hiyo. Aya. Madam.
So thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this opportunity. My question, kindly, I would like to direct to the CEO for Safaricom. I don't know whether he's still around, Mr. Ndegwa.
Mr. Ndegwa, are you here? Yes, Ndegwa is right there.
So now, my name is Washeke, and I'm the founder of Data Networks Learning. Data Networks Learning is a tech bootcamp registered in Arizona, and we are training currently on, the tech courses in analytics, in analytics with machine learning, data engineering, business analysis, and artificial intelligence. So we are training globally, Mr. Ndegwa, and my question is, regarding those students who are training online from Kenya, is there a way that maybe Safaricom can give them the corporate exposure, maybe through internship, and then from those internships, maybe they can gain the right technical skills to be even absorbed by the market? So I've kindly directed this question to Mr. Ndegwa, being the CEO of one of the biggest ICT company in Africa. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Ndegwa, you have some. Let me say the following, just to contextualize what my sister is saying, and even in what Ndegwa is going to say. The tech space, you all know that space is a space where Kenya has a lot of traction. We have a lot of innovators. We have a lot of creatives in that space. And just for your information, among the agreements we are going to be signing day after tomorrow is a $1 billion investment by Microsoft in Naivasha for a data center. Yeah, for a data center that is not only going to be used by Kenya, but by the region, working with G42, which is a UAE company. So the space around tech, we are really ahead, but I don't want to. Peter, you can.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency. So a couple of things. So I think it's a I think first I want to acknowledge that the President is the biggest supporter in terms of driving ICT as the accelerator for our economic and social development in the country. And part of that is actually developing talent. So very happy we have partnered with about 15 companies to get internships, training, or in the areas you are talking about. Happy to and also for any diaspora who is in this area, we are very, very happy to support the actual skill building in this area as part of our own social and economic support of a very, very important part. In any case, they will benefit our organizations and our country.
Thank you very much. I am informed that we have run out of time. So I want to say to all of you, you guys are very good. Asante sana. God bless you. And I love you guys very much. God bless.